former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Right back to him on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Now Mahomes throwing on. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And his defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes now on first down. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Falcons will extend their lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Ace! Ace! Z! Hunt!
On 3rd down. That's Hunt, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On their own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the...
And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Falcons. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
694.
Carr going to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Ace, ace.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Falcons add on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. It's now making their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now here's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Brave, blue 45, blue 45. Slow. Here I come.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Z.
Mahomes will try again on second down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Slow. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Slow. 4 down. Check. Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Ace!
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Watkins, the intended receiver. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Right there, 54, right there. 694.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Go Chiefs.
From midfield, here's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
637.
On 2nd down, here's Carr, eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Deuce right, Chief.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Pretty move. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
93.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a give to Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Carr now to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
One, Raider one.
The toss out to Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Blue 45, blue 45.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He spins three. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Falcons add on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Hill with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah.
Ready, green 90, green 90.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
58 round. There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And again, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Take 4. Take 4.
Carr going to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
694. 24. Go Chief.
To throw again. Carr. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Carr going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.